We've all been conditioned to believe that control is everything. That if we just plan well enough, work hard enough, everything will fall into place. But what if that need for control is actually holding us back, especially when it comes to innovation? I learned this in the most unexpected way. On my wedding day in the Scottish Highlands. Picture this. Wild, untamed landscape stretching as far as the eye can see. No street names, just GPS coordinates and trust. We've never been there before. The photographer chose the place. The location couldn't be changed. Otherwise, the marriage wouldn't be legally binding. My celebrant, the photographer, and I all started from completely different locations with no cell service for the last 30 minutes of the drive. No way to communicate, no certainty, no backup plan. I could feel that voice inside me, the one that craves control, screaming from pain, what if we never find each other? And then something extraordinary happened. Completely by chance, we all met at the exact same spot. The celebrant had gotten lost, but in the middle of that vast, unpredictable landscape, he found us. It felt impossible, yet there we were, standing together, surrounded by the highlands. That day taught me something powerful. Just like the chaotic forces that shape the highlands over millions of years, life's most meaningful moments often come from uncertainty. Uncertainty isn't the enemy, it's a bridge. We live in a world that tells us to plan every step, to map out every detail, as if certainty guarantees success. But the thing is, control doesn't just limit, it stifles creativity and dismisses ideas before they even have the chance to grow. Think about it. How many breakthroughs have gone lost simply because they didn't fit neatly into a plan? Obsession with control breeds fear. Fear of failure. Fear of the unknown. And fear paralyzes progress. Uncertainty often feels uncomfortable and chaotic, but physics reveals there's structure and beauty even in chaos. The very laws of the universe don't eliminate uncertainty, they embrace it. And that's the key. As T.S. Eliot said, only those who risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. Let me show you how physics, what I like to call the mother of logic, teaches us to navigate uncertainty and unlock innovation. It starts with Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. In quantum mechanics, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle tells us something powerful. The more we try to pin down the position of a particle, the less we know about its momentum. It's like trying to watch a bird in flight. The more we focus on exactly where it is, the less we can appreciate where it's going. And isn't that the same in life and business? The more we try to control every detail, the more we lose sight of the possibilities around us. On my wedding day, I let go of trying to manage every little thing, and what happened? Everything fell into place. Take the Dutch healthcare organization Boortzorg. By letting go of excessive administrative control, they've empowered small and self-managing teams to make decisions directly with patients. The result? Administrative work dropped by 40%. Overhead costs are now 30% lower than traditional providers, and at the same time, client satisfaction rates are 30% above national average. This company proves that letting go of control can drive both creativity and efficiency. Give your teams the space to explore without feeling like they're under a microscope. Ideas thrive when there's room for flexibility. While creating space is a crucial first step, unfortunately, it's not enough on its own. Just as particles in superposition need the right environment to reveal their possibilities, ideas also need an environment to thrive. And that's where quantum superposition comes in. In quantum mechanics, superposition tells us that particles don't just simply exist in one state. They hold multiple possibilities simultaneously. They could be here, they could be there, or they could be somewhere in between. All at once, until observed. It's only when we observe them that they collapse into one outcome. The same is true for ideas. Ideas don't start as fully formed realities. Ideas start in a state of potential. But for those possibilities to be observed, they need resources, time to develop, budget to experiment, and flexibility to adapt. Without these resources, ideas fade away before they ever take shape. On my wedding day, I saw this principle in action. I'm a witness. The celebrant and the photographer weren't given strict instructions, but all the freedom and all the resources they needed to experiment, explore, and adapt within the uncertainty. That flexibility allowed them to create something extraordinary out of the unknown. Consider W.L. Gore and Associates. By allowing employees to spend 10% of their working time on projects of their own choosing, they've created the ideal environment where ideas in superposition could be observed and developed. This led to the invention of Gore-Tex, a revolutionary waterproof fabric that has become a cornerstone of Gore's $3 billion annual revenue, and I guess most of the people here know Gore-Tex. And on my wedding day, Gore-Tex even saved me, literally and metaphorically, from having wet and cold feet in the Scottish Highlands. Provide your teams with the resources they need to observe ideas in superposition. Whether it's more time, budget, flexibility, give them room to breathe, allow potential to unfold itself. creating space and providing resources is like planting a seed. You set the foundation for growth. But without ongoing energy and commitment, even the best ideas will never reach their full potential. And that's where physics today gives us one final powerful insight. Ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, the concept of entropy. In physics, entropy teaches us that systems naturally tend towards disorder and chaos, unless energy is continuously applied. Think of it like a spinning top, like you see it on the visual. When you first spin it, it's stable, balanced, seemingly defying gravity, and it looks so beautiful, doesn't it? But over time, friction and air resistance slow it down. It starts to wobble, and eventually it falls. Without ongoing energy and commitment, the motion, the stability cannot be sustained. And it's not just about adding any energy. It needs to be focused in a way that keeps things from falling into disorder. Without that effort, even the most innovative ideas you could think of stagnate, fall apart, or simply fade into irrelevance in no matter of time. Wouldn't that be sad? On my wedding day, even when uncertainty loomed large, and ladies, I guess you will understand when I say it was painful, we remained committed to the location, to the plan, to the moment. And that consistent energy turned what could have been chaos into one of the most magical experiences of my life. In the business world, 3M proves the power of sustained commitment to innovation. I guess most of you know 3M, right? Put your hands up if you know 3M. The Post-it company, they provide, Post-it. This company is over 120 years old, and still they remain a top innovation leader. How, you may ask? By maintaining a steady focus on research and development. The company invests around about 6%, which is around about $1.8 billion, into research and development every single year. This consistent focus and energy produces extraordinary results. 30% of 3M's revenue comes from products developed within the last 5 years. And now I have a question for you to think about. What do you think? Where would 3M be today if 50 years ago they would have decided to stop investing into their future and focused on maintaining the status quo only? I think in a dark place. Now we could say, maybe it was luck. I don't think so. It's not just luck. Their success is also a result of steady commitment over time. Commitment is what turns potential into progress and into game-changing innovation. And if you ask me, that's what we should all aim for. So whatever your goal may be, keep pushing forward. Keep applying energy, even when the path is uncertain, because progress doesn't happen overnight. It decides when we decide, it happens when we decide to show up every day, again and again and again. Throughout this talk, we've seen how uncertainty, so often feared, can unlock extraordinary potential, right? But how do we make this part of our daily lives? Whether you are a leader, an innovator, or simply someone seeking change, the answer lies in 3 principles rooted deeply in lessons from physics. Create space for creativity by letting go of control, provide the right resources so that ideas in superposition can be observed, and finally, commitment to innovation. And I'm not talking about saying that you are committed, but showing, doing, not talking. Do what is necessary. It needs endurance to push forward. We need to focus. We need to be committed. And and that's now quite personal thing, but if I survived my photographer's wild driving through the Highlands so car sick that car sick became the password of our online wedding photo gallery, I said it's personal. Trust me, you can survive uncertainty too. Uncertainty isn't the enemy, it's a bridge. It's a bridge that connects where you are to where you could be. It's where growth starts. It's where breakthroughs are born and life's most meaningful moments unfold. So the next time you stand at the edge of the unknown, ask yourself, what if I embraced the uncertainty instead of fearing it? That's where the magic happens.